What's going on, guys? Good morning. Welcome back to Everyday Struggle. Well, actually, I should say afternoon. It's not morning when this goes up anymore. I'm Nadeska. That's Joyner. This is Academics.
We're on the West Coast, 9 a.m.
Yeah,
over there.
You're right. And it's also probably PM, like way PM. Some places they watch this too. But
Absolutely.
anyway, we're back. How you guys doing?
I'm good. How you feeling?
What y'all do for the weekend?
What you doing?
Got back in the gym.
Okay.
3 days in a row. It's like the first time in 6 months. Feeling pretty good about myself. How about you?
Damn, I could tell. Adeska is signing up for all his checks this year, man. Y'all been watching Adeska every day, trying to make sure I'm on my shit.
Pocket watching.
I ain't do
yes.
shit. I ain't do shit.
That rain kept you at home?
Nah, that really has to do with shit.
I went to a baby shower. I went to my homie's baby shower.
Nice.
I mean, congrats.
You got
on
him
his
a good
third
gift?
child. Yeah, I got him a nice gift.
Did you, Joyner? What did you get him?
Money.
Okay, that's a good gift.
He told me in the green room, I was like, yo, I think I went to one baby shower. I was like, yo, what the hell's the baby shower for? I used to think baby showers are only for like women. I didn't know it was like a whole family thing, man.
I mean,
Yeah, it's a
technically
family
it
thing.
sort of is for the woman, but he's there too.
Yeah, it's like a party and celebration for the new child coming along. We played games. I had to put a balloon under my shirt and tie my sneakers
Oh,
to
look
see
at
whoever
you.
popped their balloon first and all of that. Like,
That's cute.
My homie, when I went to my homie's baby shower, listen, I had to leave midway to go get some Hennessy. That's the only way I could tolerate it.
Yeah, you cannot invite
I couldn't even
academics
lie.
to any
I
family-friendly
couldn't even lie.
events.
Right.
Like,
I
no
couldn't even lie.
chance.
probably fall asleep or some shit.
I know, right?
Right.
All right, so let's see. A lot of music since we've last been here. You guys know we had PnB Rock on Thursday, and of course, he released his album on Friday. Trap star turned pop star. 18 songs, a lot of features: Tory Lanez, Quavo, Lil Skies, Lil Durk, Diplo, and a lot more. So, guys, I hope you had a chance to listen to this over the weekend. Curious, what are your thoughts?
I listened to it on first listen. It's just like, whoa, like it didn't catch me immediately. It's like one of those joints you got to keep listening to get into. But overall, I feel like he did good. I feel like he did good on there. I was actually surprised about the joint with him and X, because I'm not the biggest X fan. I always said that I'm not the biggest X fan, but the joint with him and X is dope. Joint with him and T Grizzly. Also, the one with Diplo kind of throws me off. It's like, it's still me taking a little bit of getting used to, because he has like all these pop star tracks, which I'm really not used to rock from. But
You and his fans, of course, a lot of people were complaining about how they wanted the old him, so he said, go listen to my old shit.
But he has some joints on
rightfully
there.
so, yeah.
He has some old joints on there. Like,
I'm gonna call it now. I think this is one of the sleeper albums this year that I think is gonna pleasantly surprise and pop up later, because I think this is gonna have a long shelf life. And I enjoyed it, even though I've listened to a lot of old PnB stuff, but I like the maturation of the music he was doing. I mean, like, I think this album, you get like, he sound like Chris Brown meets Gunna meets Lil Skies. I kid you not.
Wow, okay.
But it's great. And I mean, I use those in terms of styles because, melodically, he's hitting on this whole project. And I was really looking on the timeline, because usually you could tell, when music drops on Friday, you could tell what everybody already calling a classic. Like, people make their opinions up real quick. And again, I don't want to have too much of a firm opinion, because shoot, my opinions change when I consume music Friday all the way to Monday when I'm discussing it.
Yeah.
But honestly, I really like this joint.
Okay.
There's a couple of joints, like the Dreamin' record. I think that's one of the strongest intros in terms of, well, I won't say strongest intros. One of my favorite intros this year. I just liked it. I like how he kicked that off. Felt like he had something to prove, and I think he did his part. I don't know if it's being received as that, but I like it again.
Okay.
yeah, I think it's gonna take like some time for me. Like, I don't dislike it, but it's like Gunna's album on first listen, I was like, I don't know, and then the more I listened to it, I liked it more. So I think
so
it's
we
gonna take
need the
me some
month
time.
later album review.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's like 2 days later. But.
So side note, he also says he's one of the top 5 songwriters of this generation. Are you ready to put him in that top 5?
That might be a stretch. Well, I mean, here's the thing. When I hear people start saying songwriters of whatever generation, I usually got to go credit digging, because usually when I hear songwriting, a lot of times those people write for other people, or you don't know what other ideas or songs they present to other people. So, you know what I mean? It's hard to just only look at their catalog. Just off his stuff, I think he's pretty good at making songs.
Yeah.
But then even that you gotta like think about. Okay, so are we just talking about writing ideas for songs, concepts, hooks? Or are we just talking about verses?
He's
don't know,
saying
I
like
just-
rapping, singing, trapping, and being comfortable with that. So like that combination. Because I think a lot of people started responding like Drake, but he's like, Drake's not singing about the trap, if I remember. just sort of the combination of things he's put together.
So he's talking about like, you know, the context of what he's singing about. Because I mean, songwriter now, like again, when you say top songwriters of this generation, then we also have to look at all the other songwriters.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if he wants to be compared there, I think it's cool for him to state a claim. But like you said, credit digging, I don't know joints that he's written for other people, because if we're gonna talk about in terms of songwriting in this generation, PARTYNEXTDOOR might be at least top 3. You know what I mean? Like at least top 3 of this generation. Then it's tons of other people that people don't know about. That's the thing. It's tons of people that write all these amazing songs that people don't know about.
Well, then he does like box himself into like area where you're gonna rank him highly, because again, people are saying, "Yo, what about this guy? What about this guy?" He's like, "Nah, I'm talking about people who rap about the trap, who do this, who do that." And again, who's his competition?
Fetty Wap.
Right? So I mean, that is
no, but he did say he said, well,
Fetty.
when he came out, him and Fetty Wap was the only ones like kind of singing about that type of shit.
Fetty Boogie, like I mean, I guess I feel like he almost like said, "Yo, out of the new school rappers who are doing this like new trap rap," as he came up here and said that.
Yeah.
I think he feels like he's one of the top songwriters. Again, I would have to look at his credits and also look at the competition, because he's not just going against the whole field. He's not going against PARTYNEXTDOOR.
Right.
No.
All right, so that's another top 5 list that we can do, songwriters of this
mad top
generation.
5
I know, right? We could go on forever.
Too fucking many. Like.
Side note, I forgot this at the top of the episode because my memory on Mondays. When he was here, we also did top 5, like your favorite Philly rappers. So the people have responded, of course. They were gentle, they were kind, but they feel like you guys forgot PD Crack and Eve.
Yeah, right. I feel real bad that I left Eve out, because as a female artist, female MC from Philly, who held it down and made a mark, like she definitely should have at least got an honorable mention on
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
It's our list.
all right, one is our list.
Yeah.
That
right?
is true.
It's our list. We had different lists, and the thing about it is we talked about like spitting. Right now, in terms of like biggest artists out of Philadelphia, that's a whole different list. You know what I mean? That's a totally different list if we're talking about success. If we're talking about success, she might be in the first 2 or 3, because not only did she come out on some street shit, she fucking did her own show. She's on talk shows. She married a billionaire.
She's living, yo.
Like,
Eve is killing it.
She's successful on a whole different level,
Yeah.
but we're not.
That's the bag, man. I like
Yeah, but
Finesse, nah.
Eve did make a crazy mark with like her first, like I say, first 3 albums. You know what I mean? She made her first mark. But I'm not picking Eve to rap over Young Chris. Like I'm not picking Eve to rap over Meek Mill. Like I'm not. In terms of rapping.
Well, I think that's a tough thing that everybody got to realize. No, you're right. It's fucking our list. But like Philly it's so concentrated with people that could rap that if we didn't mention someone, it's not even a slight to them.
Yeah.
You get me? You can't take it like that.
Philly is, when it comes to Philly, is like, I don't think there's no whack rappers in Philly. I just think like you like one more than the other, because you can find like, you fucking turn the corner, it's 10 every corner. Like, it's nothing but spitters out there. But in terms as artists, that's a different conversation. But I think we pulled that list off pretty well. You know what I mean?
And I was like, I don't care what y'all are saying.
Yeah,
It's my list.
motherfucking list.
My list stays the same, but I definitely want to send some honorable mentions.
Shout out to Eve. But don't say she finessed the bag, though. She did her thing. I wouldn't call that a
Yeah,
finesse.
she got her own bag.
finesse.
She definitely got her own bag.
No.
Man,
What
that
are you
was
gonna-
a city girl's finesse right there,
Stop
man.
it. Cut it out. Cut it out, man. All right, so we got more music. So Joyner Lucas was also back this weekend with a new single and an accompanying video for Devil's Work. So now in the song, very powerful song, he's pleading to God to basically bring back our fallen legends like Pac, Biggie, and of course the late Nipsey Hussle, in exchange for those he deems to be less worthy, like Trump, Suge Knight, and Tommy Lauren. I think we have like a co-card here. I'm not gonna try to rap this. I can't do it justice, but you know, he's saying give us Biggie, give us Pun, give us Triple X, take Trump with you, stop it. You know, that's a bigger threat. There's too much power for a coward with no intellect. You know, he goes on to question the deaths of people like Eazy-E, Aaliyah, Malcolm X, Selena, and MLK, while condemning like R. Kelly, George Zimmerman, that's scumbag, and a lot more. And he always has the powerful visual. So we see him like in a church. It's like a funeral setting. He's like surrounded by photos of all of these people that he mentions. And Tommy Lauren felt a way about it. She said, it was truly disgusting. You don't have to like me or respect me, but this is too far. It's not art, it's sick. He thought this was hilarious, as did I. And Rihanna apparently is also a big fan of this. She said it was a moment for the culture. What do you guys think?
I totally agree with Rihanna. I think that Tommy Lauren, right? She doesn't think that anything she's ever done is disgusting.
Right.
And you can't call, and I don't think, I don't know what she does within her profession, because only time I see her is when something's bad is going on.
She's being an asshole. That's her profession.
She's always being she's always being an asshole. But I think that Joyner Lucas has found a way to speak for people, to say things that are on people's mind that they just won't say for themselves. I've seen people, shit like this always causes hysteria on Twitter. Like I seen my man Reg P say some shit one time like, man, why Yams had to go? Why couldn't you take these couple niggas? You know what I mean? And a lot of people got up in arms. And it is a sensitive issue to say why couldn't he die and why does he have to die when we have this person here? But I think that for anybody to say that they've never thought of that is crazy. Because I've definitely thought about things like that. When you see a person like a Nipsey going, you like, damn, Nipsey here and this motherfucker, that's just shit that goes on in the hood.
Yeah.
You be like, this motherfucker running around all day doing all types of bullshit, and he had to go. Why?
Right. Jay said it not in this way, but like you guys killed X and let Zimmerman live.
Yeah, Streets is done. Right.
Yeah, it's a cool song, but y'all know me. I really, I told a lie with telling God he wrong or nothing. So like once he started going that route, I had to be like, it's creative, but
Wait, so you worried that this is blasphemy? That's your issue
yes.
here?
I'm telling you, man, there's too much of that going on in hip hop. We don't be questioning God, man.
He's no Kanye. Come on.
And also, I'm not in like I do feel like, like we got to be fair all the way around. Mm-hmm. The energy you put out, going away, no, is when energy you gonna get.
Absolutely.
So when you kind of are wishing death on people. You feel me? So when you're putting that energy out, you can't be surprised when you come back.
Well, let me stop you right there, because here's the thing. We have this term that says only God can judge you, right? Mm-hmm. When that's not fucking true at all. Like, God is not going to be your only judge on earth.
The ultimate judge.
The
ultimate judge, yeah. But that saying God is the only person that can judge me is not a fucking passport to do dumb shit, and a lot of people use it as that, right? Mm-hmm. Also, to say that you've never questioned anything is I don't want to say, how you say, contradictory, or however you say it.
It's a contradiction, yeah.
Right? It's a contradiction, because no matter what faith you believe in, to be human is to question. Mm-hmm. Like, we question things about ourselves, so nobody could tell me that they've never questioned faith. And I just think that it's a good gauge. The song is a very, very good gauge for him to be honest. Right now, yeah, he's doing it in a song, but I don't think that he's gonna get struck by lightning because of this.
No, yeah. I'm just saying my consumption. Listen, I ain't into wishing death on nobody. And also, of course, he did mention some people that either accused of or shit just have done some disgusting things, but I try to keep out of that where wishing death on people, because I wouldn't want nobody to do it to me.
Are you able to put that aside and judge the song or the visual otherwise?
Nah, he was snapping on the song. Okay. You get me? He had the Henny bottle in church. I'm gonna still just step away from that one too. I'm sorry. But again, Joyner Lucas, his creativity, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I've never even heard of Joyner Lucas. Well, actually I have, the remixes. Most of the songs I've consumed, they have visuals to it, and the visuals give the song a whole new meaning. Yeah. So I really respect the fact that he really connects, and I think he does most of he's pretty hands-on with like creating these visual ideas. He really brings this shit to life, and like it actually hits with the message, for whatever it's worth.
Well, you see, he's off of a major now. Like, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he signed with an independent company, but he's independent now because he's off of Atlantic. But it's good to see that he still can have the same impact, by putting out a video and sparking some conversation. I think that's the best thing about this song and this video, it sparks conversation.
Yeah, he's remained very consistent in that way.
Right.
And when you also think about the fact that, like, there aren't like MTV that's giving platforms for like video shows to like highlight and showcase videos, just drop a video on YouTube and that shit goes viral like that, and like you have a consistent 100% hit ratio with it. You gotta give it up.
It ain't broke. Don't fix it.
Right?
Real shit.
Ak, are you very religious?
Me? Listen.
I know most Caribbean people, we grew up very religious, but I need to know.
We don't play around with God. We leave that over there. Like, we see people, like all that Kanye stuff, when he was calling, we wouldn't even, or I wouldn't dare. You feel me? I feel like I would just get struck by lightning.
Did you grow up
You're
in
not
the
gonna
church?
get struck. See that?
I grew up in a Baptist church. I don't be
church,
playing with
okay.
that. I'd be like, y'all do what
Struck by
y'all do.
lightning.
Yeah.
That's like when a person say, if I'm lying, I'm flying. Like they supposed to fucking mysteriously float into the air.
Yo, that's why I don't put. That's why even that term that everybody be saying on God, I don't put nothing on God. You niggas
Have I never
crazy.
heard you say that before?
Never.
Played around with stuff. You had
Never.
the 666s on your pages for
I would
mad
never
long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
Ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, it does. It has a lot to do with
forgot
something.
about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you hypocrite.
Fuck outta here.
All right. Thank you, Wayno.
The
Fuck outta here.
Instagram algorithm was stuck, nigga.
Yeah, you post all that
stuck
Uzi
right now,
shit.
too.
You post all that, like when Uzi was, when everybody thought
We
Uzi was playing
condemning that
around.
shit.
Yo, we kept asking, and he kept trying to duck and dodge.
Condemning, you said you waiting for the album.
No,
Fuck outta
I'm
here.
waiting for the album, but we still trying to catch Uzi that we can baptize his ass. Like, that's a very unruly nigga.
Heard you.
Act fake religious as hell out here.
Right.
Okay, man. All right, let's more new music.
Y'all can go join Kanye church, man. I think this is where
I'm good.
I'm getting some
Wayno is the
negative
only
energy
supporter
right
of
now,
the Church
all right?
of Easy here on Everyday Struggle. The rest of us are good. Right?
I'm a
He's silent.
supporter of Kanye's happiness.
There we are.
As long as it doesn't involve politics.
Got it.
That's
I wait till Kanye write another chapter to the Bible in the Last Testament. Y'all gonna be all right.
All right, so we got some other music that was not blasphemous, so Aki, you don't have to worry about this one. So Logic dropped a new track called Homicide featuring Eminem. This one was definitely for the lyricist as well. You know, M pays homage to...
No, go ahead. Bro.
You seem so excited. Just
No, I
jump
didn't seem
in.
excited.
Jump in.
Yo, I was tired of listening to this song halfway through Logic. Yo, it was like mad bars. Like I'm like, Jesus
Your head
Christ,
hurts.
is a hook? Is a bridge? If you slow down? Yo, you ever listen to music on YouTube or watch a video? And sometimes to get through it quicker, a lot of people do interviews or some people do the show like that. They watch it on like 1.5 speed. I had to listen to this fucking song on like half speed, bruh. Logic was racing. But it was too much rap.
I mean, what are you going to do if you're on a track with Eminem? You know he's coming to rap. You got to keep up.
All right.
I'm going to let Wayno give his thoughts then.
No, I will give my thought. I thought, now look, I listened to this
Wait,
shit.
you was fucking with this?
Wait, let me, you know what I mean?
Nah, because I don't want Wayne to
Let me
come
take
to
the
cap,
first
man.
step. Now, I'm not capping. I'm not going to cap. I'm gonna come with my real thoughts on this shit. So, all right, as soon as I hear it, it is a whole lot of rapping. And it's a lot of rapping really, really fast. And I had to listen to it at least like 3 times to really like take it all in, right? To take it all in. I thought it was cool, but I will say this, and I hate to have to do this to Logic, but I felt like he kind of went the Joyner route with the flow. You know what I mean? Like, you know how Joyner has the like when he raps like that, like how he did on M shit, when he had that fast flow, I felt like he kind of went with that flow.
Did you guys like when he rapped on M's track like that?
Joyner?
Yeah?
Yeah, hell yeah. I
But
thought
it's
that
just
verse
not
was
when
hard.
Logic does it
I just
because-
felt like it was like, damn, man, hate to agree with this nigga a bit, but like, I felt like it was a lot. But I did like M's verse. I ain't gonna lie, I did like M's verse, but it's a lot. Like, that's not something I could just turn on every day. You know what I mean? Like, go ahead.
I do believe it's that perception of you're rapping with M. Like, when I was listening, like, a minute and a half when I was about to get knocked out by all the bars that Logic was spitting, I realized, I'm like, I don't think this nigga rapping for me. He's rapping that he doesn't get out-rapped by M. Like, it's one of those. It's like, all right, bro, you're doing too much now. You get me? But he's trying to make sure no matter what M drops, can't out-rap him.
Well, the thing is, like, of course, I love lyricism and I love lyrics, but it's like, I just can't take it when it's too rapid fire. Like, that shit was just too rapid, like, non-stop. It's like, I can't.
You look like you're about to have a seizure right now. What?
No, it's just a lot. Like, it's a lot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a fucking
All right,
lot.
so it's not a bad song. You guys
It's not a bad
you guys
song.
are overwhelmed by the lyricism.
I like M's verse,
By
but
the
I
flow.
felt like the same way Act felt like he was trying to, he had, like, you feel like you gotta rap like that.
Can you
in
blame
order
him
to-
though? Like we have heard stories of people saying, you know, like they get tight when they get the M verse back and he's rapping circles around them. They want to
But-
go back
but-
and redo it. So I'm sure
I don't
Logic
know
was
why
like, you're not gonna do me like
I did
this.
not already see this coming because it's a song with Logic and Eminem and it's called Homicide. Jesus Christ. I should have seen this coming. Like, these niggas were rapping for
But
their
M,
lives.
like, M could rap, like, M doesn't have to rap rapid fire. That's the thing, is like, you don't have to rap like that with him all the time. There's plenty of verses and plenty of guest verses he has where he slows his flow down a bit and still can have the same impact.
That's true, but he definitely likes it. And I feel like all his issues with rappers who don't rap well, when he's gonna get on a track with Joyner or someone like Logic who can, you know, keep up with him, he's gonna go for it.
I think that's a proven ground, or like it's a proven moment for a lot of people. I think it was for Joyner, and also definitely it feels like it was for
moment. Yeah, a moment.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of like Drug Dealers Anonymous with Pusha and Jay. Like, they're gonna out sell coke each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're gonna, no, for real, like, they're gonna out drug deal each other on the song. Like, they'll be able to talk fly shit on the song. So if that type of dynamic, you gotta expect that. Like,
They're
for
gonna
real.
out sell coke.
Like, for real, I mean, there's certain people you put on a song, you put fucking Rick Ross and Jeezy on the song, you know it's about to happen, right? Like,
you're right,
who
you're
sold the more coke on each verse? That's what's gonna happen. So I can't knock it, but for me, that was intense.
That's fair enough. I'm sure it was a moment to Logic, so shout out to him.
Absolutely.
He's working on a new album called Confessions of a Dangerous Mind that's coming sometime this year. Stay tuned.
Right.
In a slight left turn, over the weekend, Justin Bieber got on Instagram to defend Chris Brown's character and his talent, but I believe it was because his birthday, right? Ak, you're the expert here on Breezy. Mm-hmm. All right, so with an image of MJ and Pac. So
well, it was two things. So I think his birthday, and some people were trying to say people shouldn't work with Chris Brown.
That's been happening for like a decade now, though. But yeah, so I guess because
But people keep working
it was
with
his birthday too, he felt like he needed to. Oh yeah, so comparing them to MJ and Pac, he said, everyone wants to wait till people die to give them the credit they deserve. I'm calling it now. When Chris Brown passes away after a long, full life, you will miss what you had in front of you the whole time. And then he went on to say that people should not dismiss his art because of a mistake he's made in the past. You know, you can't overlook his talent because of it.
I mean, I think it's great to give flowers while a person's still here, but my nigga, don't talk about me passing away on the caption.
We have a lot of conversations about death today. Why so dark on a Monday?
I'm not like a superstitious person. Like, I'm not like step on your crack, breaking my back. Like, I'm not into all of that shit. Because I feel like we have superstitions for all the shit, but the things that matter. You know what I'm saying? For real. There's no superstitions for niggas who don't take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Okay. But I do think that it was dope for him to say that, and I think a lot of people would feel that way about Justin Bieber as well. I think that Chris Brown is a generational talent. Like, Chris Browns don't grow on trees. You know what I mean? And he made mistakes when he was young, and a lot of people did make mistakes, and he still held to those same mistakes. You know, I think that he hasn't been given a chance to breathe with a lot of different shit. You know, people still holding him to something that happened 10 years ago. Not that it's cool, but if the man if he took responsibility for whatever he did, and he's trying to change who he is, then I think that that needs to be lifted off of him. Because so many other people in entertainment lifted for so many other different things, you know. But Chris Brown is definitely a once in a lifetime talent. But I wouldn't go as far to call him Michael Jackson and Pac. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, they asked Game about it too, I think TMZ, and he seemed a little bit hesitant, but he did say he reminds him of a lot of MJ when you see him performing.
This is fallout of, hip hop and really just the music world more than the deaths of Mac Miller and Nipsey Hussle. You realize, like, it was like, oh, y'all niggas love these people? Mm-hmm. Like, now everyone's starting to realize, like, damn, maybe it wouldn't be such a shock when y'all are showing so much love after they've passed if y'all were showing them some love while they're here. So I think that's where you get comments like this. Game has been really vocal in even showing Nipsey love and also telling other people, like, yo, we need to appreciate certain people while they're here more. So I think this is where this comes from. When I first saw it, I'm like, man, here y'all go with putting Pac in something else, man. Like, Pac don't want to be mentioned with y'all, man.
Like, Pac don't, how you know?
Pac don't want to be mentioned with these niggas, man. Pac don't want to be there's no new Pac, no boo Pac. There's none of y'all niggas is Pac. Now, yes, that's Boosie. But Bieber is right. Chris Brown stands alone in where he is. At first, I do think it's kind of like basketball terms. Ready for it? Look at this guy.
He's already annoyed at you.
It's like when LeBron just came to the league. When LeBron just came to the league, everybody said, yo, he's going to be Jordan. And that kind of is like, it kind of clouds what you are because there'll never be another Jordan. But there's always a you. Like, you stand alone, like LeBron stands alone, right? And I think people kind of got off of it. And also the unfortunate incident, also like he stopped having that clean image that he wasn't just only pop, he was just kind of like Chris Brown. But in terms of being an icon or a legend, I do think he's going to go down with the likes of a Pac and Michael Jackson as being one of the greatest to do it and do what he did.
Well, okay. the thing about that is that this is the game, right? This is the game. You always gonna be compared. Like, you can never erase comparison, because when you say like a LeBron and a Michael Jordan, they're gonna compare you to being the best, because people looked at his athleticism and what his potential was. So they're saying, damn, that kid might one day top what Michael Jordan did, or he might give us glimpses of it. That's why they compare him. I think Chris Brown is compared to Michael Jackson because not only how he sings, but how he dances. A lot of artists today don't even, what's the last new artist you see that could fucking dance? That's just that sings. Yeah. That could dance as well as they sing. Like, he can dance just as well as he sings. He's a great performer. I think the Tupac comparison comes in because of how outspoken he's been once he went through his trials and tribulations. So as long as people go through certain shit, I don't think that they may think that they're that person. Like when Boosie says Tupac, like or Bupac, I don't think he thinks he's Tupac, but he's going through some tougher trials and tribulations that Tupac is going through and has come out on the upside of it. So there's always going to be a feel there, there's always going to be nostalgia there, and that's why they're compared. And the natural order of life is that when you die, people are going to, that's never going to change.
Yeah, but some people will always be split down the middle, you know what I mean? Like a decade after MJ died, they're doing this doc series to expose horrible things he's done. But some people look at it and they're like, it doesn't really change anything. I'm still a fan of the music, period. Some people are like, now I can never listen. So I think there's always going to be people on both sides of that fence.
And I guess when I say like, I don't want to sound like I'm just the biggest Pac defender
You
ever.
are one of them, but that's
like,
fine.
That's a good
cool.
thing
The game mentioned when he was commenting on this, and this I don't like when you only lump in or create a comparison of Pac when you just want to say, yo, this guy seemed gangster. Like, and the game said it was like, well,
he's out here thugging.
He's out here thugging. I'm like, nah, like it just reduces Pac to like, if you have any type of edge or you seem like you were street a little bit, you're Pac.
Well, what I wish people would look at with Tupac is the man's mind when they start saying comparison, because I would compare, in sensibility, I would compare Nipsey only because of what Nipsey wanted for his people. As crazy as Tupac act and ridiculous and over the top, what he wanted for his people was very, very real. And Tupac questioned a lot of things. He said, yo, you ever been to these churches? He said, look at these motherfucking churches. They got gold ceilings, but you telling a young nigga that ain't got nothing that you don't have nothing for him. So it's like, that goes back to the conversation we was having before. And I think Pac was just very outspoken about what he wanted for his people. I wish people would look at that side of Pac a little bit more. But Justin Bieber, he's not off track. I'm happy that for him to be the caliber artist that he is, and they worked together and they worked on things, that he is giving him his flowers while he's still here.
Because he also knows what it's like to get crucified.
Absolutely.
Sure.
That nigga ain't even singing right now. He chilling. Like, he got married, right?
Yeah.
He chilling.
I think Bieber was inspired this weekend because he also had mentioned, he spoke about M. He said, man, M need to stop hating. He did. He said M needs to stop hating. I think which ironically is the Ringer, the song he dropped a long time ago where he was kind of like getting that little zen.
It's like he's like months late.
Yeah. But he was saying, Pump It. He was basically saying, just stop hating, my guy.
But back to when it's all is said and done, I wish that like in our culture we can erase this whole dick riding term when it comes to appreciating people that we feel could be legends. If I feel like, all right, somebody's a legend, don't down me for thinking that somebody's a legend, or I'm not going to down you for thinking that somebody's great. Because when tragedy strikes, then it's, oh man, we should appreciate it while we're here. We got to get that whole dick riding thing out of our minds, because how can we appreciate them when a person doesn't want to go as far to say how much they care about a person because they scared a backlash of their feelings for an artist or entertainer or a person, period. Right. You know, if you fuck with somebody and you love them, tell them.
Hey, that's why I think you even see most of these artists, they're just kind of making the first effort to say, nah, it's cool to say this person's dope. I think that's why Schoolboy Q said about Drake. He said, yo, the real niggas know he's fire. The dweebs be hating.
Yeah. And it's nice that he accepted that moment. What was it, Billboard Music Awards? When he's like, I'm not too cool to act like I didn't see that, so I hit him up to say thank you. That's nice. But again, that's why academics tells Aubrey every day how much he loves him. So today, go tell your favorite rapper that you love them, okay, guys?
Send that DMX.
You the best, bro. I tell him, you watch. You watch?
All right, so a little tech story for you guys today before we get to our quick hits. So Instagram announced last week that they're running a new test where they're gonna hide the total number of likes on photos on videos. So hide it from followers, but the person who owns the account will still see it. Fans will just see like the people who liked it. And they started testing this in Canada late last week, I believe. They said they're doing it because we want your followers to focus on the photos and videos you share, not how many likes you get. Now I know you shared a screenshot of like Academics Instagram in Canada or something. How do you feel about this?
I'm not gonna lie. I think, even though y'all don't like this guy, Kanye is a visionary, yo. This is something that Kanye said months ago. I thought it was because like he lives in a household of vain people.
He just didn't like the comments
So,
he was getting probably, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought he just was looking at his shit like, yo, my shit not lit like that. I'd rather nobody could see who's lit and who's not.
Yeah.
But regardless, I mean, I think it does, it probably helps people's like psyches. Like, you know, because I think a lot of people nowadays, I'm not gonna lie, Instagram is a powerful fucking drug. And the vanity aspect that comes out of it, I think kind of encourages people for the worst. Like no matter what people want to say, it could be a guy, girl, whoever. Like when you post a picture, you're gonna look at how many likes. Yo, when I'm on Instagram Live and I don't really even care about that type of stuff like that, your eyes are just drawn to how many viewers you have. It's crazy because that vain aspect of Instagram will have you stitch on yourself just for likes. That's what it does.
You're right.
It will have you commit crimes. Like it'll have you do everything.
Yeah.
So perhaps that will change. Again, I'm wondering how that'll work because Instagram, again, like any business, is gonna thrive and succeed from advertisers paying.
Right.
And if I'm an advertiser and you have a platform filled with influencers or your platform is influential, I need analytics. And the easier you make those analytics available, I know they'll still have analytics, but they want to see it. Like as soon as we get on your platform, we can see some shit rather than Snapchat, which you can't really see
What's
as
happening.
well.
Yeah, Wayno,
You know
how
what I
do you
mean?
think this is going to affect artists? I know engagement is also big, so maybe they'll measure by the amount of comments or stuff like that, but this is still going to be
This is gonna be a disaster. No, I'm gonna keep it 100. This is gonna be a disaster.
It's the reason why they didn't test us in New York.
No, I'm gonna keep it 100. This is gonna be a disaster. And the thing is because now me personally, social media is not my life, right? Like, I feel like people gotta live off the fucking grid, man. Like, you know, sometimes, you know how they used to say, go out and smell the roses? Like, you metaphorically gotta do that in a lot of things in life now because there's so many, the technology, there's so many different things that tears you away from, like, just regular living. Like, regular living because everything's at the touch of a button. I could fucking order my sneakers, my food, my kids' books. I could order anything at the touch of a button. The reason why I say it's gonna be a disaster is because it's so many people that do shit for likes. So I think that motherfuckers is going, now that likes is gonna be taken away, are they gonna take away views as well? Like for videos?
Yeah, likes and views. Yeah, the only person who can see it
Is you.
is you.
Is you, right.
You have to post 2 screenshots to let people know what the vibes is.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying because we in such a numbers-driven game, and like Jay-Z said a long time ago, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And I think that now niggas is going, now that your numbers got to be hit, people going to do extra shit. Like I feel like people going to do extra shit now.
for the comments.
Yeah, for the
that's all
comment.
that's
Like
left.
it's gonna be some sort of place where they want to engage, in that space. Like I gotta show people because everybody feels like they gotta show people all the time. Like as soon as even with an artist, and that is a good thing when an artist, they look at their impressions and they say, yo, you know, I've been working hard. Here's my numbers, and they show it. But now that you can't see it, when a person come to your page and they can't see it, oh, now niggas about to start going crazy.
I wish they would
Going
just
crazy.
remove all these fake followers, man. I'm tired of like every Instagram bartender chick with 499,000 followers, but she gets 6,000 pictures.
So you ready for the next purge?
Yeah, for real. I'm tired of the fake followers. And by the way, I'm wondering, there was an original idea for this. There was an original app that mirrored Instagram that was based around this idea. Bieber was pushing it. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was pushing it. It was called Shots.
Oh, they paid wild bread for that.
Yeah, and pretty much that was a concept. Like, yo, social media really dictates how someone feels about themselves, and if that perception is then gauged by, oh, I posted a picture that shows me revealing myself, that got a lot of likes, and I post one where I'm not revealing myself, that didn't get a lot of likes. Let me start just doing what is gonna just get more likes. And it was also trying to stop online bullying and harassment. And they also disable comments as well. I'm wondering if them niggas gonna sue Instagram.
Yo,
Instagram
if they disable comments, I don't know about your brand. Half of it is people just coming to talk shit in your comments. How would you feel about that?
they better DM the shit talking.
Yo, see, stuff like this.
Yeah, people will always get around shit though.
Yeah,
like,
they
you
gotta
gotta-
find a way.
like the internet is the internet. No matter the platform, you could only do so much. Bullying, like a lot of people live through the internet, and they either get bullied themselves, they don't live in great situations, and it gives them some joy, some pleasure to be mean to other people.
No, absolutely.
You feel me?
Like, no, people really wanna. Like, I don't give a fuck how. It could be the most positive thing. Somebody's gonna find something to say. Why your fucking sneakers is tied like that?
Yeah.
Or why is your hand like that? Or
Why is there a smiley face in your knee?
Yeah,
They've
like
been
why-
killing me from my
Yo,
knees,
I had to explain to mad artists because they're like, yo, why they always like hating in your I say, yo, listen, man, I could post a picture of you giving away $1 million to the hood, and they will still going on.
Somebody gonna say something. See, this is.
Even a just newborn baby girl, like there was still like.
Well,
they
I'm gonna keep it
find a
100.
problem.
When you first have kids, kids all look weird
They
when they
look like
first come out.
little salamanders.
Listen,
when they're
all my
born.
kids look weird as shit. They do. They look like fucking like they look like lizards, yo. Like
Yeah.
keep your freshly born, out the box kid off of the gram. Don't nobody want to see that shit.
But after a couple months when you post them,
Yeah, after a couple
Yeah,
months.
after like 3
no,
months.
like you can't even
Niggas
post a picture
take
and be
the
like, oh, just having like a little father-son day with
No.
my.
No.
Niggas
You
take
cover the
out.
baby up, man.
Niggas take the kid out. As soon as the kid come out, they all.
Oh yeah, that shit
Nah,
is.
but this is why I'm gonna just do some
Thank you,
regular
Wayno,
shit.
for that PSA. Keep the salamanders off the ground.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just grow a lemon tree in my backyard or some shit. Just some regular shit. I need to do some human.
What
Like
the
people don't
fuck?
do human stuff.
I bet you gonna put it on the ground.
I'm not putting it on the gram.
You gonna put it on
I'm
the
not
gram,
putting it on the gram.
Don't nobody care about your lemon tree unless it's on the gram.
I'm gonna.
You better make a lemon tree an Instagram page. you know my snake got an Instagram page is lit. He got
Oh, he's still
3,000 followers.
alive?
Yeah.
Oh,
it shut it not too
shit.
long ago. I got him crickets recently. He coolin'.
Heard you.
I still don't believe it.
I
was
wonder if
real.
you know he a star because he got like 3,000 Instagram followers.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He knows he's a snake. I know that.
I don't know if I should say pause. Hold on, man. All right.
That train has left the station.
Couple quick hits and then we have to go. So we have spoken about, radio stations wanted to ban Kodak Black because they thought he really crossed the line with his Nipsey Lauren London comments. And I think we said that people are gonna forget about this as they always do and just move on, but not exactly. So according to TMZ, like this is really having an effect on Bad Baby. So she has a song with Kodak called Bestie. And apparently radio stations have been reaching out asking for an alternate version of the song without him on it because of the backlash. And so according to them, that's allegedly the reason why she released a new version of the song with Megan Thee Stallion last Friday. So are we surprised this is still going?
I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but I feel like if you're an artist and you fuck with Kodak, like if you genuinely fuck with him, then you shouldn't take him off your song. You know what I mean? Like you shouldn't take him off your song if you genuinely fuck with him. Now I understand business and that and the third. Your record might not get picked up by radio, etc. But if you really fuck with that man, you paid him to be on your shit, he did it, you shouldn't take him off your record.
Exposes the phoniness of this record industry to me. Like, again, this is a record that they're pushing as a single for her. And that's why I like when Kodak went on his run and he just kept it real. He said, I wouldn't do a song with this nigga if it wasn't the label telling me to do it for some streaming shit. Because fans, a lot of times you get fooled a little bit. You actually think like these artists either fuck with each other or it's some natural chemistry. It's not. It's like both of them signed to Atlantic. I could imagine if you didn't know, like when Bad Baby was coming up, when she was only still known as a Cash Me Outside girl, she like parodied one of Kodak's video that ended up being a video. She showed a lot of love to Kodak.
Wasn't he in the video?
Yeah.
Or she was in one of his videos.
Yeah. That's
she
what
was
I'm
in one of his videos.
So, and of course they had, and apparently they know each other too. But this is something that Atlantic probably just put together. Like, yo, we need a single of yours. This was gonna be the plan until they probably started pushing it to radio around that time. It didn't work. Now, I can't be mad if an artist says no because like the next time somebody asks him for a feature because it's not genuine.
Right.
But it's business, so I can't be mad at her as long as it was communicated to Kodak's camp like, yo, y'all know what it is. And it's business at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't support what he said about Lauren and all that, but I just feel like that shit is phony. Like that shit is phony because the thing is like, okay, well,
But what's the line then? You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying, but if an artist continues to cross a line and the backlash is so real, no matter what, you're gonna say like, I'm just sticking with you?
No, I'm just saying like, if you genuinely wanted that man on your song, because I don't know the particulars. I'm just saying like, if I reached out to him and I wanted him on a record, and it's a record that I was confident in, because people haven't stopped. I mean, people didn't stop listening to Kodak. Contrary to popular belief of niggas who don't know, Kodak is still doing sold out shows every night. Like, his career hasn't stopped. So while I do agree with some of the things that T.I. said and Game said regarding Nipsey to Kodak, if you did a song with him, these is not people that was doing records with him. If you did songs with that nigga and you wanted him on your record, don't take him off your record. Cause when he see you, don't feel like he's gonna treat you some sort of nice way.
That's fair
He
enough.
shouldn't, you know?
That's fair.
It's also very telling. By the way, I think it's very telling of how probably the industry and like what people think is up next, what they think of Meg Thee Stallion, because she's put on the record. And if you read the story, it says, yo, they just asked Atlantic/Bad Baby's team for a radio version of the record without Kodak. You could have just cut his verse off. Yeah. Like there's mad radio records that say there's 3 people on a song.
Yeah, they cut.
It don't include everybody, like,
Yeah.
because you know the regular runtime, even if it's in rotation, is going to be a certain amount. So you know not everybody going to get their time to shine. They could have provided that. So the fact that they went this route tells me that, hey, they were either getting a lot of pushback at radio, or
What radio station was that?
I think it was just radio station in general. I could imagine
It says radio
Atlantic is their
stations,
promo
plural,
team, like,
yeah.
yo, the radio promo team, like, yo, promote this record for us. And it's exactly at the time when everybody on the West ain't trying to fuck with Kodak.
Yeah.
So they're probably getting 0 spins on BDS. Yeah, all right, I can see it.
Crazy.
It's just business, though.
Yeah, it's happening.
And by the way, I do think that all them stations are going to play his music in the next couple months.
They're gonna play it.
But of course, you're going to have a blackout period because, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. All right, I believe you have to go. I'm sorry, guys. We'll get to the rest of our stories tomorrow. I want to make
That's
sure
my favorite story,
get
too.
this episode on time. Yeah, I thought you would enjoy this one. T-Pain talking about signing with Akon. But that's for tomorrow. Thank you guys for it's Meek Mill's birthday. You want to wish him a happy birthday?
Yes, I do. I want to wish my homie Meek Mill a happy B-Day. It's also Chris Brown's B-Day pass as well. Happy birthday to Chris Brown.
What zodiac sign are we in at the moment?
Taurus.
Taurus season.
Meek's Taurus?
Axe coming
Yeah,
up.
Meek's a Taurus.
Hey.
My daughter's birthday is this week too. Her birthday is Thursday. She'll be 7. So.
Wait, did you just find a connection with him?
No, I didn't know he was a Taurus.
You seem like you had a
Yeah,
bigger
like
light
he-
bulb moment
No,
than
because
that.
every time I'm on
like,
like
wow.
Shade Room, I'm
Right.
on Shade Room and they talk about like rappers, I read through the comments and like there's a lot of people that believe in like these little horoscope or whatever
These
it's called.
little horoscopes.
And they're like, yo, Taurus men are always like this. So I've always known that Chris Brown was born in the 5th.
Are
I
the
didn't know.
stereotypes true, Ak? Stubborn is what I hear.
Yo,
No,
lie.
not you?
I'm not a
Okay.
big horoscope person, but my youngest daughter, she's very stubborn. She don't want no help. She didn't, when she was learning how to
your
walk, she
kids
didn't
probably
even
suck.
want you to.
This is my thing about like zodiac sign and
What?
like all that type of stuff. I feel like most of those things apply to everybody.
They do. A lot of them do.
You get me?
But I also think that a lot of people abuse them as well, because once they start learning
Geminis.
shit,
Oh my God, Geminis like to abuse it. They blame everything on being a Gemini. No?
Yeah.
If you have some Gemini friends, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know exactly what
They'll
you're
use it
talking
to
about.
defend Kanye when he's like really on one. It's okay, he's a Gemini. I understand where he's coming from. This shit is hilarious.
It's Sag season. Like, get out of here, man.
All right, man. All we
Stop.
wanted to say was happy birthday to Meek Mill. Hopefully
birthday, Meek.
he has a huge celebration. And we'll see you guys here tomorrow on Everyday Struggle.
peace, y'all.
You're definitely stubborn as fuck.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
That's not even true at all.